whatever's leaking out of that. Pretty sure nothing should be coming out of there like that. Got to turn it off when he left the field. Buses, old people. We're going to show them the chicken houses. Kelly Tours, newlyweds and half-deads. That's what they call them on Mackinac Island. That's what the workers refer to the people there in the summer, newlyweds and half-deads. I say, yeah, it's rock. That's a good name for them. I'm a half-dead now. I was just thinking driving, man. I can't believe I made it this far. You know, I actually think I really feel that I made it to where I don't give a fuck what happens. Like, I just can't believe I made it this long. I know, like, you know, no shit. I lived a damn full life. Unbelievable, man. God damn it. What if I thought a motorcycle, plane crash, fucking crazy boyfriend, just all the miles I've driven, fucking around Alaska, skydiving. Planes actually were safe, I thought, you know, but you could have got somebody running into me, that kind of stuff. Just got lucky. Fuck, I'm gonna get out of my damn way, man. I got a bagel to eat. 2 of these, Gray Line. I wonder where they're going. They say they're going to Dollywood. That'd be my guess. Cutting up through. It's a nice way up through here. Cut up through North Athens. I do it. Pigeon Forge. Come on, motherfuckers. I don't think that'd do too much for me. I like getting out and like staying as long as I want. That thing you pull over, it's something that totally bores you. You're just stuck there. Stuff like that. I mean, I'd like to drive a truck. I like all that. Engines, loading, planning how to get there, bridge heights and all that. But I don't like the idea of not being able to have fun while I'm there. The idea of going to LA and back on just an expressway with no screwing around time, no way. Sightseeing, I'm gonna have to look this up just for the hell of it though. They're not putting this stop in their commercial, are they? It's like as you look off to the right, you'll see the buildings that the smell is coming from. Those are commercial chicken homes. There's 10,000 in each barn. Hopefully you do not have bird flu. It's a nice bus. You know, these buses, though, they look like, you know, you feel safe in them. It's the opposite. The safety regulations in commercial buses is almost zero. Matter of fact, when those things leave the highway, like, you'll see them once in a while, the guy has a heart attack or something, they go into the median. If it's a rough median, you know, where you go down, bumpy, it'll just start falling apart. The sides will fall off. the back falls off. You don't even need to hit anything. That's why when you see these pictures of these tour buses, or old people out in Colorado, and half of them got killed. Yeah, it's because there's no seat belts. The seats are cheap. They're built to carry a lot of weight and climate control. That's it. You have 10 times the protection in a vehicle, a car, a regular car, than you do in a bus. And that's why it looks like an airplane crash. Just shit laying all over. Everybody got killed. It's like, how'd you get killed? You just drove off in the middle of the median and didn't even hit anything. Well, that's why. You flew out of your seat. You didn't have a seatbelt on. The sides came off. And, by the time you hit that big patch of mud, you were still doing 30 miles an hour. That's why. Looks like a firecracker went off. With the safety, right? Even, really, man, honestly, even school buses, they would murder you if you drove children around like that in your own vehicle. You would get the death penalty. But in a school bus, no restraints. You got these hard metal seats with this cheap padding. When those babies hit something, good luck. It looks like popcorn inside. No seat belts just blows my mind. I mean, yeah, it's a lot less hassle, and who the hell want to wear a seatbelt in a school bus? But I mean, if the name of the game's safety, some kind of restraint. And just like being popcorn inside. There's a guy, I don't know what these guys are doing. I passed it. It looks like they built a little collision shop off this 22, that near where I live. And they have a bus parked out front that sat on the side of 20 for about a week. I don't know whether they just had it towed there, or it's theirs, or they're working on it or what, but I'd sure as hell like to know. Being nosy. I want to know what is that? Why? What happened to it? I'll tell you another word to the wise too. You think, these new, like, campers, these big buses, these motorhomes, I mean, they cost a fucking fortune. You can stick $2 million into one, no problem. 800 grand, 500 grand all day long. So if this has been your dream and you're not rich, it pops in your head converting a school bus. Don't do it. As a matter of fact, go on, there are websites and blogs on people that have done this, and you could go on there right now and you're going to find them all over the country. North America, actually. They've been there for a month because they can't get parts for it. It broke down, or nobody wanted to work on it. Nobody wants to work on old school buses. They just don't. So, as long as it's running, great. But when it's not, it's nothing for these people to get stranded. There's websites full of them. They've been there. They've been there forever because they can't get the parts, or they can't get anybody to work on it, or both. Don't do it. You want to get one, fuck around 100 miles from home. Yeah. But if you think you're just going to hit the road and love life, you're dreaming. I'm not saying a few people don't pull it off, but it's going to be the exact opposite of what you thought. It's like a bad marriage. You agreed, you signed up for till death do you part and all that bullshit, and you were fucking 10 times a day. And you thought, wow, man, 40 years of this is going to be so great. And then reality starts to creep in. And you have kids. And you look at these kids and you think, why? Why did I do this? And the kids are wild and they're crazy and they cost you a fortune. And minus murdering them, you're stuck with them. You gotta play along while your once cute little blue-eyed, blonde-haired cheerleader falls in love with a big 13-inch Mandingo dick from Jamaica that smokes marijuana all day, that never plans on working. And they have kids, of course. And you take care of them all the time because they want to party. And your life is just shit. When you hear grandchildren, you just want to commit hara-kiri. You just want to put yourself in an electric chair. You look at them on eBay. You find out how much it costs to get euthanized in a foreign country just because you've had enough. And these wild kids come over and visit, and they swing off the chairs and run across the top of the grand piano. You don't do anything because the last time you got in their ass for that, your daughter quit talking to you. Life, man, just you never know what's around the corner. That's why every morning I get up and I say, do not fuck this up. Do not do something stupid. Which is why I thank pornography for being in my life. Because without pornography, I'd probably have a goddamn girlfriend or a wife. And because of it, I don't. And it's hard not to give thanks. Come on, motherfuckers. What the hell's wrong with this road up here? Yeah, I'm gonna start playing my piano today. Yeah. If I ever get there, get up here. This is just a spur of the moment. This is my life. Just one spur of the moment thing after another. Get out of the way, motherfuckers. Yeah, I just love, like, no schedule, winging it. Oh yeah, man, life. I know two families, Jews too, that had this liberal idea of just taking a bad situation, just doing the right thing, and adopting a young baby out of compromised situations, turning them into a productive member of society. In both instances, they ruined their parents' lives. And on the last one, she was an absolute disaster, turned into a drug addict. They were always bailing her out. They were spending $15,000 a month at one time to send her to some private prison out in Utah. Then she straightened out for a while. I'm not friends with them anymore. I haven't been in quite a while, but I did occasionally look it up. And she ends up getting involved with some guy in Spanish, has a couple kids, and I see she killed herself about a month ago. 35 years old. And this fucking kid was a problem as a toddler. Never let up. These are two educated Jewish people, professionals. And I know it sounds terrible, but I can't help but think there was a sigh of relief when she wasn't around anymore. I mean, it was going to never end. She was only 35. And they tried to do a good deed. It's that fucking bad gene pool. Come on, motherfuckers. Do this shit at night. This is Kelly Tours. My name's Tom Reed. I'll be taking you to Dollywood. It's going to take a year to get there. I hope you don't mind. We didn't anticipate this construction. Of course, our logistics experts combed the internet for these type problems, and they weren't listed. And we apologize. Any of you old fucks on here that are just bitching, just take another Prozac. I mean, you don't have anything to do anyway. That's why you're on this stupid, boring tour with people that you don't know because you couldn't stand being at home any longer. So shut up. We'll be there when we get there. I don't want to hear one more goddamn question about how long. This is Tom Reed, your tour guide, signing out. Going by another church. I'm telling you, there's a church every half mile here. What's this Clark Grove Baptist Church. Yeah, I want to go there and I want to show them what not to do. Come on, man. I thought these roads were great. Come on, motherfucker. You're fucking up my schedule. Yeah, so that's my rant for today. I try to educate. I've taken my years of empirical observation and I've balled them into just these short, condensed summaries of keep your eyes peeled. Keep your eyes peeled, man. Oh shit. No, I don't think that guy should be driving on that. He had enough. It's not two-way. And that wasn't like a piece of construction equipment. That was like a tractor. You know, for real farm. You know, I'm going to get into these Texas Longhorns. I think this is kudzu, this stuff on the left. Invasive. This is why they tell you to wash off your boat and everything when you come from up there. They should do it with these ocean. You know, all this shit got here because of ports. The red ant, fire ant, Mobile, Alabama, 1967. This kudzu came in on some bullshit. It chokes out all the native vegetation. You know, really, when I think about this, though, I think it's going to happen. I mean, we're in a big bubble. You know, unless you're building fucking walls, this shit's going to do this stuff over time. You just try to minimize it. Here's Salem Baptist Church. You know, you could walk to the other one. Praise the Lord. I'd like to say a prayer right now that this is not going to last much longer. They'll say, oh no, that's not how you're supposed to pray. Like to win the lotto. That you're not going to be in traffic for the rest of your life. It's supposed to be other things, yeah. Other things that you never really know whether they were answered or not. So fucking crazy. Yeah, I got some of those brainwave subliminal tapes when I was in Columbia. Used. Good deal on them. You know, I listened to them. They're actually good. Have a great day. Come on, motherfucker. Get this shit done, too. I guarantee I'm not going back this way. My college degree is paid off. Like, doing? You're not. Hey, let's get this finished up today now. Let's get it. All right. Said it ain't gonna be finished today. All right. Come on, fuckers. You know what I wonder too sometimes? Somebody might know this. I'd buy a book on this too if I see it. Curious about just so much shit. It's ridiculous. How these roads, where they go, where they are, were planned out. You know, is this road, was this dirt? Were there like horses riding down it 500 years ago? Has it always kind of been this way and then they just went with it? I mean, of course it makes sense that, you know, roads would tie other places together. But when you look at this 22, you know, you could have made a straighter route to the major cities. Why didn't you? I really wonder about this. You look at I-75 in Michigan. Why the fuck did you guys head so far west when you hit West Branch? You know, people getting on the expressway, look at the map. They think they're going north. You're not. You're going west till you get to Houghton Lake. Why didn't you just go straight north? Is there anybody that wrote a book on this? Well, how you picked the road you did? Take like Glacier National Park, going to the Sun Road. I mean, that was going to be damn near impossible no matter what way you did it. How did you choose the way you did? You ever been out there at Glacier National Park? It'll blow your damn mind how they made those roads. Beartooth Pass, east entrance to Yellowstone, same thing. Look at this, a school bus. Is that kids getting out of a damn school bus this time of day? Yeah. Picking kids up or something? What the hell? This time of day? Are they letting them off? It's got red flashing like police lights on it. I'll see here if there's a kid walking up to the house. They got off school already. Nope. Must have been getting on. A little late to be starting school, isn't it? Oh yeah. Boy, this new road's gotten a lot closer to the mailboxes. You see how a couple of them were smashed? Looks like they widened it. I didn't even know about this. This construction. Fuckers. I haven't been going this way in a while. I don't know why I went this way today. I'll tell you why, because I thought I'd make good time. What a crock of shit. Be lucky if they had my favorite bagel. We should be pulling through campus right now. They got 50 fucking supervisors out here looking. Caution, wet yellow paint. Yeah, I'd like some of that all over my quarter panel. Should paint these fuckers later. Yeah, paint them pink for breast cancer. Imagine doing this every day for like 35 years. I'd kill myself. Just the smell of it, the bullshit. These buses aren't, you can tell they're not from here because they should have taken this right little thing. He's going to have a hard time seeing whether to go or not. See, like this white car just did. This fucker right here. That lady, what that lady did. I bet he has to ask somebody on the bus, is it clear? You're at this weird ass angle. You can't see for shit. Oh, it's just perfect to get sideswiped. trap right through here. That should be. Rock to the Jizzo and shit. Let's rock to the Jizzo. Let's rock to the Jizzo. Yeah, see, this is where these guys are going. They're cutting up 22 up through Comer. I bet you that's where they're going, Dollywood. There you go. He's got his GPS. You know, watch out, little bitch. This is speed trap too. Sit up here near this ice thing, and I say, "What's up?" I think I'll be uploading this right now because the rest of this is too boring. You guys party on, you rock on, rock to the Jizzo.